So last night was the sneak preview release of Burst Protocol that my locals hosted. I went to two sneak previews, but I did better at the second one at my usual locals. The new cards were legal for the tournament, so I decided to take the new K9 for hire deck. And I ended up getting second place at my usual locals, only losing to the first place. The deck feels pretty nice. I still have a lot to learn. I feel like there's just a lot that you can do with the deck. My matchups were round one being the Exosister deck with the new support. Round two was, I believe, Yummy. Round three, I can't remember all my matchups, but just my last round was a Crystron kind of pile deck, it seemed. And round four, it was 5 rounds. My fourth round was against Dragotail, against the person who got first place. I just can't remember my round 3 off the top of my head, but hopefully it'll come to me before the video finishes. But yeah, the deck feels nice. I just have to learn more about it. So for the K9 package, there's 3. Noroi, he's kind of your best starter going first, because this is just full combo by itself, and being able to look at your opponent's hand just gives you so much knowledge for how you want your end board to be. 3 Azuna for, like, she's kind of just a hand trap, which is really nice. Obviously you probably have a good idea of what all these cards do. K9 has been around for a hot minute. With the new ban list, 2 Jokel, or not Jokel, Lantern seems to be the way to play it. Lantern just gives like really good follow-up. And then 1 Lupus, and then of course the 1 Jokel, because it is at 1. But yeah, the K9 monsters felt, it's just a pretty standard lineup for K9. For the spells, 3 chaotic elements, just search out Lantern or Jokel, and 1 case for the same thing, and then 1 force released for the rank up. This card I basically saw in every single one of my hands, like every time, which was slightly annoying, but I couldn't complain because it was good to have. Yeah, standard K9 list. For the fur hire stuff, they got a new level 5, which is why the deck kind of mingles together well. It is a fur hire Jokel. Basically, Ride for hire reveals itself from hand and special summons another for hire from hand, and then itself. And then each time your opponent adds a card from deck to hand, you basically draw 1. It's not once per turn or chain, so if you put 2 on board, it's you can really play under mulch armies with it, which is really nice. 2 Rex, the old one from Darkstrike Blast. It's like a bad 1-card combo, but it's a 1-card for hire combo. It searches for a spell trap on summon, and then engrave. During main phase, you can quick effect banish, target a fur hire card, engrave, either add it back to hand, or if it's a monster, you can special summon it, which is really nice. Another card I saw in my hand every single game was the Raphael, which again, I can't really complain because every time I saw him, I saw the new Rex Ride for Hire. So it just worked out. Basically on summon, it looks at, like, you look at the top cards of your deck up to the number of other for hires. So you have 2 others, you can look at top 2, add 1 card from those cards, and then shuffle the rest back in. And then it's a monster negate by discarding a for hire card. So it's a good end board piece to have during your opponent's turn. You can search it and then summon it, which lets you add more cards, which is really good. 1 beat and 1 Donpa. Donpa is usually part of your end board. Beat is kind of like your main monster search. If another for hire special summon while he's on the field, you can search for a monster for hire. And the new Rex Ride for Hire is worded so that the sequence in which you summon your for hires matters, because Rex says summon 1 from hand and then summon the other. So you summon Beat and then you summon Rex, and then because Beat is already on field when you summon Rex, you get to search. So and the link to Donner is worded similar to that, so you just have to make sure you sequence your summons properly, or else you don't get the beat search. Donpa, like I said, your end board. If a monster for hire is special summoned, you can target a card on face-up card on the field and destroy it, which is really good. Because it triggers your Fogo. These both share the effect where during the main phase you can just special summon a for hire from hand, which lets you activate their effects. So they're just really good cards. Spell cards: 3 Fossil Dig. Both Freight and Ride are dinosaurs, and Ride being a level 5 means you can search this, so it's just really good. 1 Mayhem. It's a quick play monster reborn for a for hire. 1 of the new Fandora, the Flying Fighting Fortress. It's the field spell. It basically acts as a Rhoda. No, it's more like kind of like a Foolish Burial, because normally what you're going to do with this is it lets you add a for hire and then discard a card. So you just add Beat and discard Beat. So it's kind of just says Foolish Burial Beat for a hire. It's also pretty good because it's Yummy Mignon, where your for hires gain 300 for each for hire with a different name on your field. And then if your opponent is it by battle or card effect, or just card effect? Destroyed by card effect, you can special summon a for hire from deck, which is it's basically Mignon, but Mignon that searches Cupsy. And then you'll 1 Rookie for hire. This one is kind of hit or miss, but it kind of feels mandatory to play, because if you open just like a handful of hand traps and like a Fossil Dig or Freight for hire, it turns that into just 1 card combo. No, it's this card, but this card is also good because I forgot. This is a tribute, a monster. Special summon a monster for hire from your hand or deck with a level that is 1 higher or lower than the tributed monster. So if you normal summon Freight, add this, or you normal summon your Fool attribute, you can summon Beat from deck if you need to. But this is basically the 1 card combo in a way, sort of. I forgot how the 1 card combo really worked, because thankfully I didn't have to use it, but this card sometimes didn't really feel necessary. because I don't play the Wiz for hire in the side, so if you do that, you can summon Raphael from deck, but I don't know. I didn't really use this card a whole lot. It was just these two, so you could probably cut this down and play like more hand traps. Now that I think about it more in depth, hand traps, pretty simple. Triple Fua. For the first event, I didn't play this, but for my second, I played 3 Fua, 2 Perulia, just because I wanted to see more Mulch armies, which is probably understandable. Triple Ash Blossom, Enjoy Spring, 2 Ghost Bell, and 1 Nibiru, because I figured if I'm going second and I open a Mulch army, I can kind of just draw into it. I feel like I could probably play 2 by cutting the rookie. So like I said, it really just didn't come up at all last night. So I think going forward, that's probably what I would do. For the ratios, they felt pretty good. I kind of always just saw a for hire card in my hand. These Fossil Digs are basically for hire. I always saw this guy, and he was never really a brick because I always had access to ride. So it was pretty good. I would just probably cut the rookie and play like another Nibiru in the main deck just to make more room for the side. For the extra deck, canine stuff, I played 2 Ripper. 2 Ripper came up. It's just nice to have just more hand graveyard negates. I played 1 Ripper Millennium. I assume that's what the M stands for. It's kind of weird. I didn't really know when to use this card. But the theory is that you Ripper negate something, you go force release, rank up into this, pop something on board, and then if your opponent tries to do something, you negate it, blow up the board, and then with the for hire stuff in gray, you can kind of just summon back your stuff. 1 Werewolf, I didn't really use this properly because I didn't really read the card and I didn't know that it could attack multiple times, which would probably have saved me a lot of time and stress trying to figure out like how do I put enough damage on board or where I think is enough. But yeah, it came up once. Jax is really cool. It's just multiple pops. 1 Valon I feel like was probably one of my most utilized extra deck monsters besides the for hire stuff. Just the Book of Moon is kind of powerful. 1 Imperial Princess Kunkiri. This is part of a combo that lets you draw 3 on your turn by giving your opponent one of your level 5s. You just have to have enough bodies to do it. But I think I just didn't have enough bodies to go for that combo, or I just didn't see like, hey, you could do this combo to just start drawing stuff. Hopefully as I get better with the deck, I can utilize it more to just help refill my hand if I need to. And then 1 Zeus, 1 Typhon. I only really made this once, and I never really made Typhon because I don't think I really needed to. For the links, 2 Donner. Donner is really good because it helps you use your Beat Bladesman. You add it with Field Spell, discard it, make this, tribute yourself. You summon a for hire from graveyard, and then because you control tribute the link, you can summon another one from grave, which lets you activate your beat, which is why I said, you know, the summoning sequence matters. 1 Folgo, he's part of your end board. On summon, he summons 1 from deck, and then if a card your opponent controls is destroyed by battle or card effect, so you can use him in the damage step, or whatever phase of damage calculation or whatever, you can draw 1, and then if you control 3 other types or names for hire, different for hires with different names, you can draw 2 more, so you essentially draw 3 like every turn. One of the new Keel, Shipwright for hire, on summon, it lets you set a for hire spell or trap from deck, which the new field spell is treated as the old one, I think. It also just sets that name field spell, and then you're locked into fur hires if you use that effect, so you have to watch out for that. But in the graveyard during the main phase, you can summon a fur hire from hand, which I didn't really know how to properly utilize that yet, but I just hope to get better with the deck. And then for the rest of the links was just SP and Almirage. Almirage is kind of there for not necessity, but on the off chance that you just open Freight for hire or Fossil Dig and like all other hand traps, because you just normal summon that, search Mayhem, link into this Reborn, and then you kind of have to figure out a way to make another body. But I'm pretty sure there's combo videos on how to do that, but I just can't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, it's kind of, I didn't really make it that much. I think over the course of 2 locals, I made it once. But I might end up cutting this for something else, but I would just have to figure out what to cut it for, because it doesn't really come up that often. For the side deck, let me just get this sorted real quick. Okay, just to make it easier, and there we go. Okay, so for the side deck, I kind of built it a little weird. I'm not really the best at deck building, but I ended up playing the other 2 Nibiru in my sideboard. I might end up putting a second one in main and then just siding the third. But 2 Retaliating Sea. If I end up doing my plan with the Nibiru, I think I'm just going to play a 3rd Retaliating Sea just for the Dracotail matchup. 2 Droll and Lockbird, it's at 2 now, but you know, you kind of need it to stop like random combo decks or things that add a lot of rogue decks and stuff like that. Yeah, sideboard was kind of weird because I don't think I ended up really siding into much of this, besides Retaliating Sea for the Dracotail match that I played, but I didn't see it. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably just end up switching it and seeing what else feels good. 2 Droplet and 1 Called By. Droplet didn't really feel the greatest. I don't think I ever sided it in. I think this is more of a like post side, probably a going first card if anything, because like if you're playing into a Dracotail board, they can just negate it with Flame, and if you're up against like a Vanquish Soul Canine board, you really don't have enough cards in hand to really droplet everything and then still have cards to play with, because you can negate everything on board, but the fact that they can still just like Holly Sue, Caesar, summon Ryzen from deck, you still have to worry about their hand, and that's kind of just what the biggest problem against the Vanquish Soul stuff is. Called By is just Called By. Whoops. triple imperm going second. This would come in. I didn't really see it all that much. Too evenly. It's weird. I think this is probably the better board breaker to play, but Dracotail can just play around it because they just make the Albion and summon stuff from the graveyard to both players' board, so you can't evenly. But then Lightning Storm and Feather Duster can just be negated with Flame, which probably is a better trade-off, but I don't know. I didn't really get to use this all that often, so I'll probably end up cutting it for something else. And then the last trap card is the Furtive Techniques for Hire for all your ultimate moves. I am not saying that name every time. I'll just call this card Techniques. This is a really good card. Every time I got Peruliad or Fluid, I would go into Fright for Hire. Hopefully with like the new Ride for Hire. Go Rex, search this, and now I just have a pop 2 for free. Because it targets cards on the field up to the number of fur hires with different names you control and destroys them. And then if you special summon a level 8 or a Link 3 monster or fur hire. Yeah, monster for hire is summoned. The first effect to pop is, it's still a pop, but if you control, I think it's a level, at least one each of level 8 or higher and a Link 3 monster for hire, it's a pop and then banish, which is better. And then if you summon a Link 3 or level 8 monster for hire, you can just add this card back to your hand, which means you can just keep going. And it's a really good card. I feel like I could mainboard this card because it's just so good for going first. Yeah, that is a side deck. I wasn't really feeling it too much. I think the Imperms going second felt good. I just didn't see them against like Dracotail. And I also played that Dracotail match just horribly. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'd definitely change up the side deck a little bit. The main deck felt fine. The extra deck felt fine besides like the Almirage. Yeah, it's just the side deck I had a problem with. But yeah, that is the first time playing For Hire K9 in person. The deck I think felt really good. It's surprisingly fun to play. And the fact that you can just pair it with a K9 makes the deck kind of just better. Yeah, deck's cool. I like it. I will probably be playing this for a good while. Just hope to get better with it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys later.